Hello guys and gals, I'm going to do a short series about being a tennis instructor, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So before we start, I want to tell you who I am. I've been playing tennis since 1977 and been teaching since 2005. So that's about 20 years I've been teaching. And I've had just about every kid that's out there, the good, the bad, and the ugly, including the parents. And I got some stories to tell, man. I got some stories to tell. But anyways, I teach privately because I get to choose the students that I want to teach. When you work for a facility, country club, whatever, you got to teach whoever they give you. And sometimes that's not a good thing. You get some pretty bratty brats, if you know what I mean. So without further ado, as they say, let's start. Today we'll start with the bad. The good, the bad, and the ugly. We're going to start with the bad. So what's bad about teaching some kids? You would think, yeah, you're teaching, you're making money. What can go wrong? Well, let me tell you, buddy. Once you've taught somebody from, say, the 6th grade, and I retain my students for a long time, usually through high school. So I'll get somebody in the 6th grade, 7th, and then 8th, and they'll stay with me. Then our goal is when you enter 9th grade to be varsity, to be up there like a UTR's, at least a UTR 4 or 5, and that'll pretty much get you into varsity. So my goal is to get that kid. If I get him in the 6th grade, 7th or 8th, well, 6th and 7th, I can get him there. The bad is this: they plateau at a certain point in time, and when they plateau, what do you do with them? They start losing more, they lose confidence, because this is the thing. The better you get at tennis, the harder it gets, because you play better people. So then you start to think, well, I suck, I just can't play. That's not true. What it is you're just not mentally tough. And this is the funny part. The parents start asking me, well, what can I do for my son or daughter? Because they're losing a lot of matches, and I can tell it's all in their head. They could have beat that student. That other kid was moonballing. That other kid was pushing. That other kid was tapping the ball. And I've seen my kid. My kid can hit hard and fast, and boom. You see, that's just the point. The only way you're going to beat a pusher is to be a better pusher. If you're not consistent, you're not going to win. So now you got this kid who's like upset, and all hell breaks loose, and they're throwing their hat on the ground, kicking the racket, breaking the racket. It's terrible, and you know who these kids are. Now, that being said, why are they bad? Why are they bad kids? Well, they're bad because they think that just because they show up, they're going to win. You're not going to win if you don't put your time on the court. You're not going to win if you don't change your attitude. You have to have a good attitude to win. You can't expect to win every single match, but I will say this. If you can win a point, you can win a game. If you can win a game, you can win a set. If you can win a set, you can win a match. But you have to practice it. You have to practice tiebreakers. You have to practice high pressure point situations. And once you plateau, you kids get bored with that, and you don't want to do that anymore. You just want to go out there and play because you think you know it all. You can hit it all. You got every shot that there is. You got 2-3 different kinds of serves, and you think you're going to win. And that's bad. That's why you are a bad student, because you're not learning. All right, so today we're going to talk about what makes a good student. What makes a good student very good? Well, there's several components that come together. I like to think of a good student as one that's level-headed. You can't tell if that player is upset or not. You can't tell if when they're losing the match, you look and you'd be like, wow, who's winning, who's losing? I don't know. But clearly, if you see somebody upset, then you know that's probably the loser. And weird part is sometimes they're actually winning. I mean, I've seen kids that, are winning. They won the first set 6-2 and they're leading 4-0 and they're upset as hell. And so that may necessarily not be true. But the main thing is, what makes a good student or a good player? It's one that's willing to train, that knows I have to practice, not just when school is on, not just with my coach, Coach Paul, my private coach, not just, when I'm told to, but it's the one that's willing to wake up early in the morning on a Saturday and Sunday, go out and practice the serves and returns. It's the one that calls somebody and says, hey, Jimmy, hey, Lucas, hey, Tommy, hey, Leo, hey, whoever, let's go play, and then you guys get better together. That's the students that are going to do well. Those are good students right there. You have to take the time, and you have to tell yourself and have the self-motivation and the great attitude, the good attitude, and usually they come with good parents. I got to tell you something. A good or bad tennis player is a reflection of the parents. Somebody somewhere taught them something, and it's ingrained in them. I've seen that some of the worst kids, I hate to say this, but are from the richest parents. And some of the most best students are the ones that are humbled, and the parents keep them humbled. They may have money, but they keep them humbled. They're like, hey, we don't act that way. We don't behave that way. And there's consequences if they do. And that's what makes a good student. A good student isn't one that necessarily wins all the time, or a good player, but it's one that's, in the end, by sophomore, junior, senior year, I guarantee you they're going to get a lot of wins just because of their attitude. See you in the next video. See you on the courts, guys. All right, and also do me a favor, guys. If you like this video and its content, please like, and just hit like at least and say, hey, I like the video, so I can make more for my tennis players out there. I don't think there's enough content for tennis people out there, so if you like the stories, it's going to get better. They're going to get mushy. They're going to get fun. They're going to be funny. They're going to be bad. They're going to be the good, bad, and the ugly. Thanks, guys.